West Coast Nation, stand the fuck up. This is the Kendrick Lamar GNX album review on West Coast Radio. Make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to fucking drop a comment on your favorite track. Hey, everybody's giving their feedback on this. You know, we had to kind of step in, DJ MTK. And, you know, I wrote this down like, you can give this out of 12. You know, people are rating it differently. 12 out of 12 or 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5. Man, give it whatever the fuck you want. A masterpiece. That part. I said Kendrick Lamar is captivating everyone in the hip hop industry right now by releasing GNX. They're dissecting every word, beat, feature, artwork, sample, lyrics, and meaning behind each song. Podcasters, producers, artists, and record labels are in amazement right now. It's a fucking masterpiece. And, you know, it's interesting because like you could even start with the samples. Luther Vandross, SWV, When I Hear Music, Debbie, Barrera, the mariachi Mexican singer for the Mexican culture. You feel me? Like, hey, he's really representing for the West Coast right now. And I hear all this other, and I even hear people hating on it, like they ain't even like, oh, that shit's gonna flood us, kind of how Not Like Us flooded everything, right? But there's so much to dissect, and there's so many tracks, and there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And with the samples, the way that he did it, and the way he selected this, he had a Tupac sample, he had a Nas sample, he went back to the 70s with Luther Vandross, that fucking R&B movement, the 80s pop locking dance track with Squabble Up and how he mixed that in. That's some Dr. Dre shit right there. He had, I said reincarnated with Tupac, SWV, that 90s R&B fucking smooth, you know, hey, let's turn off the lights, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like that love making music, you feel me? So, and then the features representing the underground LA artists. I'm not gonna be able to remember everybody off top, so I apologize if I leave some people out. But you know, he had SZA on there, right? He had Wally the Sensei on there from Compton. He had AZ Chike, Lefty Gunplay. Like I said, I apologize. And he had some other underground rappers that are coming up right now to put him on the map. And so yeah, we're gonna put it in the description. But then too, like for me, the representing the Mexican culture, he did that multiple times in this album, and that to me just speaks West Coast. You know, and if you hear all the trash ass music that's coming out right now, I mean, there's just so much trash right now. He literally put together a masterpiece with his lyrics too. And then to see everybody dissecting it, you have podcasters and YouTubers reacting to this shit like, oh, even with that first track, Whacked Out Murals, Joe Budden did a podcast where he is like, wait, hold up, what did he just say? You have people dissecting the disses from Lil Wayne with Carter 3 and the whole Super Bowl controversy. Snoop Dogg saying, oh, you know, because he was like taking sides with Drake, and then he retweeted like, oh, you know, I was on the edibles. If you listen to the lyrics, so I'm saying you have people literally dissecting every little lyric right now and trying to put all the pieces together and try to read in between the lines and trying to make, you know, things from here to there. And it's that the marketing they did is genius. The way they dropped it is next level. They didn't even tell anybody, they just did it. And they said, oh, let's just put it out there. Let's see how everybody reacts. And he got everybody talking. And he really put it down for the West Coast. Believe that. People are gonna be talking. This is gonna be analyzed for the next 5 to 10 years. You really have people right now scratching their heads, be like, wow, how did he do this? And even with Mustard, you have McDonald's retweeting that and saying Mustard, Amazon, the NFL, Despicable 4, Shrek. I was just looking at some of the shows like, bro, that is genius. That is genius. And then when you go to the beats that he had with some of the tracks that have, you know, are very smooth and poetic and lyrical. And then he went on his gangsta shit and, you know, really put it down for the West with some of that bass. I like, you just like bob your head to it. Then you got when you have tracks for the homegirls, like, hey, I'm about to get ready and go out and get and be me, like get them in the mood. Hey, he has some really smooth tracks on there for the ladies. So this, like I said, I'm gonna finish where we started. This is a masterpiece. I said it 5 out of 5 stars. Whatever you want to do, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 11, 100 out of 100, 1,000 out of 1,000. However you want to do it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Like I just start with the Nas, the Tupac. If you're a real hip hop lover, you're gonna dive deep into this. You're like, oh shit, and you're gonna listen to it. That track he has, Heart Part 6, and some of my favorite tracks, Whacked Out Murals, Squabble Up. That's what when I hear music, that 80s remix, and that was a snippet he did when he released Not Like Us. The track Hey Now, boom, they have a remix band. They have a lot of mashup remixes with that beat. It goes fucking hard as fuck. Reincarnated, a Tupac sample. TV Off, that's some gangster West Coast shit. Peekaboo with AZ Chike and the Heart Part 6. And people are dissecting that because if you look into how we created that track with the Drake, you can go down another like, whoa. That's what I'm saying. He has people really dissecting this shit, this market. This shit's next level, what he just created. And he's telling almost like a love story to Black Hippie with, Ab-Soul and Schoolboy Q and J-Rock and the whole TDE movement, all those homies like, hey, we're all doing this, but then I had to go do this, and he's giving them all their flowers too. Man, this shit's next level. I'm just saying, hey, like I said, 1,000 out of 1,000. That shit's gonna be analyzed. It's gonna be broken down. We're gonna still be talking about this years from now. It's a West Coast masterpiece. He really represented for the culture. He really represented for hip hop. He really represented for people that are trying to come up and being able to bring people together. So we're here for it. And the Mexican culture, we're here for that too. So, hey, throw it up, Dubs. A West Coast nation, stand the fuck up. Stand the fuck up. Out this bitch. Hey, DJ MTK, a.k.a. When You See Me Now You Don't, a.k.a. The Homie Blogger, a.k.a. Holla at Your Boy, a.k.a. GNX. Kendrick Lamar album review, West Coast Nation. We out this bitch.